Hello everyone, welcome to Bonsai Expression. I'm Christoph and welcome to what is a very warm and extremely sunny 5th of March. Is it the 5th? Yes, it's the 5th of March. Now, if you look behind me, you'll see my benches are full. Oh, I've got an itch. So, I thought, while it's extremely sunny and extremely warm, as you can see, I'm in my arsehole top, I brought all my tropicals from the inside. I brought them and give them a bit of sunshine. As you can see, they're doing extremely well. And in fact, let's have a look at how well they're doing. Quick little walk. There we go. Lovely. But we're not here to have a look at my tropicals today. We are here because I thought, do you know what, let me grab it and show you. I've got a nice tall larch. So I got this one, again, another bargain from the Birmingham Bonsai Boot Sale. Last year's one though, not the year before, last year's. So I picked this little beauty up, as you can see. Okay, not quite a little. She's this big. So we got this for the great price of, drum roll. I said drum roll. Okay, I'll do it myself. £15. Yes. So nice little bargain. As you can see, there's the base. So we've got quite a gnarled up little base there. So I thought what we would do in terms of that, we'll work with it and just make it a bit of a feature. We'll see how big that is under the soil. And then coming up, we've got some nice little branching already starting to develop. And then we've got, so, wow, it's really bright in my eyes. Whoa. Yeah, then we've got some nice little branching starting to pop out. All these buds, a couple of branches here, and then up top, we've got all this nice little branch structure. So, the idea today is just get it out of this soil, have a look at the root work. I don't know whether to put it in a bonsai pot or not, or maybe just put it back into something like this and allow the roots to grow. And just basically neaten it up. I would like to, keep it a quite tall tree because I like the way it's all structured and developed. So, and then maybe just have it a nice big formal upright tree. That's the idea, anyways. So I'll come in, do the roots today, and then we'll just neaten up, tidy it up, let it push out, and revisit in the mid to late spring, and see where we go from there. That's the plan, anyways. I want the tree to let me. I want the tree to tell me what it wants to do. That's what I want to say. So yeah, so let's get it on the bench. Let's get the this horrible soil out. Wow, the sun. The sun is so bright. So let's get it on the bench. Basically, let's get the roots out of that soil, and let's go from there. Now I've got my root rake. This is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to start hacking into it. Well, hacking being the wrong word. I want to be a bit more gentle than that. So let's get it out of this pot. Start there. Right. That topsoil fell away nicely. Now the buds are starting to pop on this. I can see a couple of green ones just around the tree itself and up top as well. So that means the tree is starting to move the sap from the roots upwards, so everything is starting to grow in it. So perfect time for us to work on this. I can see already the root system here. These roots here, these white roots, they're actually weeds. So roots underneath. I wonder if you can see this without me damaging So we've got a nice root base already. Compared to the forest that we worked on, we've got no mould or anything. None of that white minging goo. So let us start by removing all this moss and old soil. We'll be gentle towards this top section here, because I don't really know how these roots are going to be up here. Whether they're going to be looping, tangled, mangled. If they're going to be like this, all twisted, we need to be gentle. We're slowly raking that out. So we've got this one come round there, and straight away I can see it's all diverging off. So that, as I said before, we might need to make it a feature. It looks like it could well be a good feature. Or we snip it and hopefully we've got more roots coming down. Well, we'll get into it, as I say. Well, it looks like we've got plenty of roots anyway, so hopefully we don't have too many disastrous roots further in. As I was saying in one of the previous videos, my luck being terrible, we know that I'm going to get some awful roots further in. I've always got some nice roots towards the outer edge, and then come what may in the middle, that may be an awful. Ah, so far so good. I can already feel a nice big one in there. Yes. My luck strikes again. Now, obviously while I'm working on this, I'm going to try, as I say, when I dig these out like this, but when I move the tree, I've got to remember that the tree is an awful lot larger than the ones I'm usually working on. I don't want to be bashing it into my background. So where's that root there? Gently does it. So if we do this radially, as always, if we've got any circling roots, we can just catch it, and then it'll just, as I say, it'll catch, and we'll be able to tug, and we can feel it pull, and then we can make that decision whether do we loosen it. I've got stones in here as well. Yeah, so do we pull, or do we start loosening it up and then we wrap it around, depending on the size of these roots, whether they're big fat or a nice feeder roots. Well, so far we've got some quite nice roots. So everything's not looking too bad so far. We've got what looks to be a thick root just in here that we need to carry on working in towards. I feel like we might have a big chunk, so that's wobbly. We might have a big chunk of root just in here. So I'll continue working on this, and then I'll come back once it's cleared out a little bit more, rather than you just continually watch me for the next 5 minutes. So you've got the main trunk line that comes down here, comes up, twists, and if I turn it around, it then comes round here, all the way down, and then I've got all this growth down, that cascades, and I've got nothing around here except a chasm. Although, if I bring you in so you can see it a bit closer, this is what I'm working with. But I've got an idea. So you might be thinking, ooh, root over rock, or something along them lines. Well, something like that. So I'm just going to give it a quick wash out, and then we'll come back just so I can see properly, and then we'll give it a quick trim. I'm not going to give you my idea yet. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and trim some of this roots off. one, they're too long, and I can't see what I'm doing. So just get rid of some of this. Just helps manage what I can do and what I can't do. It's nothing too major. Let's just trim it down a little bit. Now I've got it down to just slightly manageable. I hope you can see there. Yep. So let's start managing what we do have. So I've got this root here. It comes from the top, but the bottom bit has died off, as you can see. At least I hope you can see. I'll just double check on the camera. Yep. So I'm just going to come and pop that off. Now the other root that's with it is still there, so I will keep that. But other little sections that I'll neaten up just around it. Now this is going to be quite difficult because the tree's so long. I need to obviously move the tree upwards, but obviously make sure you're still in camera angle so I can see. Let me zoom you out to ensure you get a good full-on picture. Got some weeds in here, just need to remove. Got one just at the back I'm going to remove, which has died off. Neaten that. I've got this long one. Just going to bring right back in. Just there. Now that is off the main part. I'm also going to bring that right back. All the root system is looking like this. If I get you in, I've pulled everything out this way, which means I've got a nice chasm in here, which means I can put something just here. If you can see. I hope you can see because I can't see on my screen, the sun's too bright. I will remove this in just a second, but everything's now, I'll turn this around, coming out just like that, which means I've got this whole back section, so something can be slid on there and placed on top. But I'm not going to go for a rock. Let me show you. Now I do have this little statue. Now this is actually for an aquarium, so it's an aquarium piece, and the idea is to put the tree here just on the back going over. So I'm going to remove all these tree sections so it sits, and then when I turn it round, the tree will be on this side here and this will be the front. So the idea, let me grab the tree back again. This might be a bit difficult because I'm holding it in mid-air, but we're going to go for something along those lines like this. So I think, as I said in the beginning, I'm going to let the tree decide what it wants to do. Albeit, I'm going to plant it on this. So let's start by removing these trees. So I'm just going to pull all these off. And the ones on the front here as well. So you can see what we're going for. Now yes, the tree that we have got is obviously going to dwarf this whole, but it's going to look aged and old. Now this is a bit difficult because obviously I'm behind the camera trying to show you, but somewhat there. And then like that. So I just need to take that big root out so it fits in. and I think we're going to be looking at cutting it somewhere up here. Okay, I've got my guesstimations. So let's make this cut. Hopefully he's still on camera. I'm going to come in, I'll start here, take that off. Okay. So we've took all that section off now. Got the roots down. See if I can get this on. Let's get back around the camera so you can see. So I need to take it off somewhat more. Right, I'll hack at that a little bit more and then I'll come back to you just as I get it right. So it's a bit difficult doing it on camera. Okay, after a bit of struggling, I managed to get everything. Give these roots a bit of water. I've got everything in place, as you can see. Now, let me zoom you in just a little bit. Maybe a bit more. There we go. So, I got it all tied in. All the roots are in place. And they follow the path. Let's get it in there. They follow the path of all the rock work. So I've got it in place. It's all tied down. The roots come off, follow the shape of the rock, including all the sides. So just want to do a little bit of tidying up by trimming some of these roots back a little bit. But everything is in place now, as you can see. Let's get you in there a little bit better. All tied down is a nice little feature. The tree itself, is now on a slight angle. I will zoom out shortly and let you have a proper look, but just getting in there, as you can see, all the roots now following the path of them rocks, all the artificial rocks on the aquarium piece. So I just need to bring this one down because this one grows down and under. Cut that back a little bit, probably say to about here, and just put these in the correct places. Cut this one back a little bit, and maybe this one. So we'll start by doing that now. So you can see the size of it. It is a pretty decent sized root, but it goes all the way down, and I say it curls back under. So I'm just going to go and cut here and bring it out. Let's see. Cut this one back here. I'll bring that back here. Trim. All these thick roots, I just want them, I like them to be shorter, really. Other than that, pretty happy. Everything's growing down. Put that one back. I'm not going to take that one off completely. There we go. Okay, I think I'm happy with how everything's positioned. No, I just want to take that bit back. There we go. Okay, so everything's cut back. I've wrapped these around into position. These are growing downwards. Put that down. Hopefully this can produce some roots further back. That can grow down. That'll be pushed down in the roots. That'll all grow like that. Hopefully we'll get some more root back. I'll bury it up here as well in the soil. We'll get this put into a pot. So I'm going to have to find a nice pot now. We can't be putting it back into this horrible thing. So, roots are all done. Happy with how that's turned out. Let's find a nice pot. So, pick this black pot because it's the only one available that I've got that's actually large enough for this composition. So, we're going to be putting it in round about here, so slightly off center, because the tree itself, the way I've put it up, is going to be bending to one side. So it's going to look something like that. Now I just need to put a little bit more soil in, just so it raises the composition up just slightly. So I'll start by doing that. Bring up some more soil. That's probably the right height. I want to move it over just there, and because it's leaning back, I want to bring it forward a little bit more as well, just there. And I want to secure this in. So I'm going to pop my tie downs. Just going to move my roots out the way. Don't want them getting trapped. So there we go. Straight across. So let's give that a little bit of spin. So I've got good access to the back. Just like tying your tree in. Pull, twist. Ensuring it's nice and secure. I don't want this going anywhere, especially if we get a windy day. I'm going to cut any excess off. One more little twist for good luck. There we go. Okay. Oh. Right. Let's give it some soil. Fill it in. Where's my chopstick gone? It's going to be under my bucket now, isn't it? There we go. So I'm just going to gently put my soil through, making sure all my roots are in the correct place as well as I'm doing this. I don't want these roots moving at all. I want them in place. I want them growing in the correct place, which is against the composition. Tell you what, it feels like summer. It's lovely having a bit of sun on your back. Just going to go over and give that a quick water, just so we can see where we're up to. Now, looking on it, I think I might have buried it just a little bit too deep. So, but it is the first planting. We want to make sure them roots are established. So it doesn't really matter. I want them roots to get further back. So, if anything, I'm going to add a little bit extra as well in just a second. But first of all, I'm going to give it one quick water to try and get some of this to sink in a little bit more and make sure we've got rid of them pockets. Now I'm more than happy with the way that's gone. So the only thing I want to do just in this area is put a little bit more sphagnum moss, just to try and help encourage some more root growth in this area. So just going to rip some up, put it in the area. So you probably just about see me ripping it up, and then I'm spreading it over the area. And then just to ensure it does stay, I'm just going to put another slight layer of soil on the top. There we go. So I can get some nice fine root development there. Push it all in. And as I say, if it grows in properly as I want, the fine roots will grow in between them, between the moss. Oh, so that's the root work all done. Time just to trim up top. Shouldn't have to do much major work in the top section. Just a case of picking the buds that we want. And the nice angle we've got actually gives me a nice leader. So we'll move out and I'll show you how the tree's sitting. So as you can see, we've got the nice little display at the bottom. So she's all tied into place. Got my nice little, I think they're called pagodas, Japanese pagoda, and then the roots are going to all strangle the bottom part where all the rocks are. Once we clear it up in a couple of years, it should all have a nice little development, and then that'll raise up. The tree now bends, and then we've got this as our new leader. So looks like it's been slightly windswept, and yeah. So all we need to do is this section now is like, it looks like it's got a pad already, as you can probably tell. A nice little spin, but we just need to neaten it up. So in this sort of area at the bottom we've got plenty growing, too much, and then we just need to pick some of the buds, just remove some of it, just neaten it up. So we'll start doing that now. Coming up from the base, So you can see all these buds here, we're not going to be using those, so let's just take these out. And we're not going to use that branch, so let's take it off. Let's try and be as neat as possible with this. This one as well, don't need that bud. So we've got that bud on the inside, facing the wrong direction. I'm just going to nip it out, clean it up. Just further out here, we've got a dead section. I'm just going to clear that out. And then bring this back to here. Okay. This part here, just want to bring it back. So I'll bring it back to that bud. Same with this one. Just going to bring it back to the outside bud. So we've got the first branch all sorted out. Just two little buds on the bottom that we want to nip up and get rid of those. Just as such. This branch over here, our first branch, just going to nip. So I do like the way it's coming out, this first branch. I think I'll probably take it back to there. And then this one I will take to probably there. First long branch, I do like how long it goes actually. Because the tree is so tall, I'm going to have the first branch quite wide, I think. So we're going to leave it as it is, but I'm just going to nip it back to that bud so it goes backwards. This one here, just going to take the end off, spin it around. I'm going to just remove this whole section here, bring it back. In fact, I'll take that back here as well to there, and I will take that dead section out there, just like that. I'll come in, nip that bit off, leaving the bud here to grow out. This one's too, actually no, I do like that one. Let me spin it round. So let's clear up the dead bit in the centre, and then I don't want this bud on the inside. For the time being, I'll let this one grow. I might get rid of it in the end, but for now I'll let it grow. The branch above it grows out downwards. Let's get rid of that. Go back to this first branch. I can now see that I've got a bud on the inside. Snip out. I've also got another dead bit I can grow out, get rid of. And I've got a bud just on the inside, don't need. I've also got a dead bit I can clean up, which is just here. Just there is all done. I need to take that bud off there. That's all sorted out. Okie dokie. So, back to the front. That's all done. So the rear branches. So if you see here, got the branch here. This is going to be a T-bar if we let it grow, so I need to clip that, get it gone. And then we've got right on the back of it, which again is two on the same plane, we want to remove. We can go up a little bit more. We've got another branch just coming off it, so we could leave that. Let's have a look. We could potentially use that as a back branch, although it does grow back down, so we need to correct it. So if you see, when we move it, just there, it grows towards us and then dips rapidly. So we're going to cut that off and just have it grow there. Just above it as well, we've got another branch, which if we'd left would be a ladder branch. So, keep or remove is the question. Get rid of that one. Let's get rid of that completely. So let's have a proper look again. Bottom two branches, come in, got a branch on the right. This branch at the back, I do like, but we probably want to move it that way. Or at least grow it that way. So let's spin it backwards and let's have a look. So we've actually got one growing off to the side, which means I think I'm going to remove that and then that and have that grow as our back branch. Now that works better. It's not too congested. I like this branch. It's growing up, comes towards us, although I think I'm just going to cut it back a little bit and nip it there as well. Not sure I want it that one, so we'll take it out just like that. Let's revisit what we've got. Oh, I never noticed, just underneath our first branch we've got that one right in the middle, so I need to take that out just there. There we go. Yep, so revisit constantly. Right, left branch, back branch, front branch, and then we move up. We can obviously get rid of that because it'll cause swelling in the future, and then just to be next to it on the back, just there, same again. Nice easy decisions on that one. Oh, there's another easy decision there as well, just slightly above it. So where we just got them ones, we've got exactly the same decision to make there. Got two coming from the same spot. Have you seen that? It was just there. And then just here, this bud's growing in the wrong direction. Well, while I'm here, I can also see a potential sweller, and then that one's growing in the armpit of the tree. Okay, let's go back to where we were. Now we've got the easy ones out the way. Bottom branches, back branch, front branch. What do we want? So we would like another side branch. So we will keep this one, and I think remove that. Do we need another back branch just here on the side? No, but we've got one right at the back here, so we could potentially leave that. Let's turn it around and have a look. I'll move backwards. So there it is. We've got a potential to keep that. So for now, I think we will take that one off. So far, these are nice, easy decisions. Focus. And I'm going to take it to there. Cut that bottom one out because I want it to go this way. Fill in this space. I'll leave these for now. Give me options. I don't want to take everything out too too hastily. That's the one I want. The word. I'm going to nip that back. Because I've got this branch here, I do really like it, and I'll probably get rid of that one and then possibly keep one of these, maybe, I don't know, or develop that. So the options are there if I just leave them. Again, don't go hastily making decisions. Just going to cut that one back to that bud. I'm going to remove this one. It's going in the wrong direction. Don't want to go across. I want to come this way. This one, same again. Outward facing bud. Outward facing bud. Do it right. So, come on. Outward facing bud. We move into this branch here. If I leave this one that I'm just about to snip, it will cause swelling in this area again. So, another nice easy decision. Just take it off. And the same for that one. Okay. So, as I was saying before, with the nice planting angle we've just got, if we move up the tree, this has now become our leader, which was actually a side branch. The original leader was competing with these two. So if you ready? If we go on an angle, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's how the tree was before. I know we're sideways, but you can see there was no definite leader. So we had the tree just spread out up top. But now, if we go back to how we are, that is our definite leader, which is, it's awesome for us. We know where we are. And then this one is our pad, which is already in its place, set, ready to go. And then because we've got a pad here, this branch we can already either A, remove, or we can bring back and develop another pad, which I think what we'll do is we'll just snip that back and bring that back to there for the time being. In fact, I think, yeah, we'll just leave it back for there. What we could always do is we could wire it and raise it a little bit. Just by raising that as well, it also gives us this opportunity with this branch to come out here, which I think we will do in the future. By leaving this here as well, it gives us a good chance, in fact a better chance as well, that we're not going to kill any of this off. Got a dead bit there. There we go. Just to be on the safe side as well. So I've got one in there. Just take that out. So yeah, I think I'm going to develop this branch out here. So I need to fill this area up. I'm going to do that right here. This branch we worked on a second ago, we just need to take that out. So far so good. We're looking spot on at the minute. Let's go, just turn it a little bit so I can get in here. So we've got this little section. This one here, not this one, but this section here comes out. Just under here, it goes under. But although this looks nice, I can utilise this section just by removing. Oh God, you can't even see because I'm not focusing. Too busy talking to you and not actually focusing where the camera's going. So this section, 1, 2, 3, it looks really nice. And then if I come around the other side, I've actually got another branch here that, from my angle, is really nice, and I can actually utilise that by just simply removing this branch. Now gives me a whole new section to work with by bringing this one in. Okay. Although, can't see. Just, I know I'm slightly off because I'm trying to keep the camera in focus and not have this branch here in focus, but this bit here at the tip, this bit here at the tip, they both need cleaning up. And then I've got a branch here as well. So this section just needs cleaning up, which I'll do in a second. This one, all I need, look at me again, I'm doing it again. There. Focus. This one, just going to cut back the dead end off. And then we've got this one here in the centre. Just going to nip that one off, and then I'm going to cut the end off and use that. Excuse me. So the section I was just on about, I need to get in here, clean that stub. Can I get in and clean this stub up as well? Yep, just nip it. Come on. There we go. Righto. That branch pretty much done. I just need to spin it around the other side, and you can see just here I've got a dead bit I need to snip off, and then I've got the bud there I just need to take out as well, and then this bud will grow this way. Okay, while we're up in this section here, I'm just going to clean this bit up, take these buds out, they are not needed. Same with this bit, got a couple of buds we're just going to take off. This branch will just nip back. It's all looking good. Right, now I'm just going to drop down a little bit into this branch. I need to keep spinning, might be a bit disorientating for you. So this branch here, I've got a bit coming back on itself. I'm just going to take that out, and then remove that one, dead bit at the end, take that off. It's going to focus, come on, get in there. Take them out. In fact, what I'll do is I'll take that whole section off. So this branch, whoops, let me spin the tree around and let you show you. So I'll show you where the branch is in relation to the tree. So as we go up, it's this branch that goes back here. So we've got a lower branch on it, just here. Now, I should probably take that out, I think. It's a bit high. Just remove that completely. But then it's a bit daft, because you take that out and it's really high. For the time being, I'm going to leave it and see if anything develops on. I need these to push really. So for the time being, I think what I will do is just bring this section back, just here, neaten that up, take that bud off, and bring that back, just there. And I've got a bud just in here I don't want. And the same I can't get rid of steps in. There we go. Right, that branch is all done. Now we can start moving in the apex of the tree, which is this section here. First thing I spot is this bud here. I'll take this one out. And I've got a bud there as well. I just can't get into it from this angle. So let's start cleaning that bit up. I just need to spin it around this way so it's closer to me. But here we go. We've got this little section we need to tighten up, and then this section as well, which is now our new apex. So our new apex, it's looking quite good. Okay, I need to just move this back and get it on a good angle. There you go. Right, sun's going in. It's a bit nippy now. Okay, so let's cut that back to here and here. In fact, let's bring that back here. The apex needs cutting back just like that. I'm going to bring this branch over here just to there. Cut that one back here. I'm just going to bring this one off over to the side. This one itself needs going. And then I can get, whoa, and get rid of this bud. In fact, I'm going to bring this branch right back. So this one, I'm going to bring it right back to there. I think I might want to reduce this whole apex as well, actually. At least to that. Brings it right back in, more compact. Still might reduce it that little bit more, but for the time being, I like where we're going with this. Yeah, decision made on this one. I'm going to go there. Now we've cut the top part off, I'm bringing it all in nice and tight. So this pad that we've got, so we've got this nice long pad here, which means this middle bit here, this little one, it's got to go. So I'm just going to chop there. Gives us a nice big flaring spread. So all I've got to do is just bring this in more compact, as I've just took a whole lot off the top section. This bit now looks a bit daft. So I've just got to bring it in a little bit tighter. Do I go really tight? Because it's really nice outside, but everything else in the tree is, I don't want to go too wild with it. Let's start small first and then we'll go back in. So here, here, here. Okay, we'll start there. Let's take this top one off. Okay, it's bringing it in shape more and more now. Don't want to go too mad, like I say. I want to go slowly. That's better. The thing is, you can take more off, but you can't add it on. So when you're doing these cuts, take a little bit off, check your decisions, and then take some more off if you need to. So that's how we're looking. Again, we can always reduce it further in the future. We're in no rush. I don't really like that cut. Could always take that branch off completely. Hopefully we'll get that one growing. We get this one growing, as you can see. This fills up this section, or we get this section here growing. I'm going to cut this back. Okay, let me show you what I've decided and my decisions. Let's move all the twigs off the bottom. I'm going to make one more decision. Love it or hate it, maybe I'll regret it. I'm going to take this top one off. Just there. Where we had the two. Let's come. Okay. Tree is set, ready. I like it. I really like it. Here we go. Are we ready, everybody? So, imagine I've got all them nice roots. Let's get rid of that. And that. I've got all them nice roots there. They're going to be developing nicely. I've got this nice little statue. First and second branches there. The tree's going to start thickening up. And we've going to got a nice couple of branches that are going to start developing with all these buds here. We've got a couple of branches that will develop just over here. So a pad will develop here. Just around the corner, ideally this one is probably going to be the one that develops, and we will remove this one. Probably going to have this one, or this one will develop over as maybe a branch, and then we'll get a branch over this way as well. Likely to get a branch here as well. This branch over here, we're going to get that one over that way and get that developing. Got back branch over here, just up top, coming in the canopy. More padding and branch structures just here and here. And then we have our apex. So this branch will fill in this area here, and then the apex. Probably need to reduce this side here as well. I'm going to go and cut it back. There. For now. So that goes backwards. Actually, no, I'm going to go there. I've got a bud there, and we've got one here. Probably need to go back to that one as well in here, but for the time being, so That's this left-sided view. Spin you again. That's the back. This is the right. And again, back to the front. Well, the sun's getting low, so I've had to swap positions for where I'm doing my outro today. So I'm sat here right in front of the polytunnels. As you can see, they're still open, getting lots of ventilation because I'm really hot and sweaty in there. But anyway, enough of what's going on with the sun. It is absolutely roasting today. That larch, I nearly call it a Japanese larch. That's the only thing wrong with it. It would have been amazing if it was the Japanese larch, but unfortunately it is the European larch. If it was a Japanese larch with that Japanese pagoda, it would have been icing on the cake. But alas, it is the European larch. It still looks amazing. Well, do you think it looks amazing? Please let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up because I think it's one of my best ones so far. I can't wait for it to burst out in buds, and I can't stop looking at it. It's just over there. In fact, let me get it, yeah. Look at this thing. This is gonna be dynamite come spring when it all buds out. Anyways, if you enjoyed this one, please give me a thumbs up, everybody. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Oh, and you know what? I think I might start going to 2 videos a week in a couple of weeks as soon as we get enough repots. At least for a couple of weeks anyways. If I've got enough videos. What do you reckon? Anyways, have a good week everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys. I'm so proud of this one.